Well, hi, welcome to Pause and Ponder. I'm Rachel,
I'm Kimberly.
and we're so excited to be here today. And we're going to be talking about the creation of the world. And there's a lot we know and a lot we don't know. And one thing that always was tricky for me is that you get this verse. This happened, God said it was good. Next verse, this happened, God, and there's not a lot of here's how this was done.
Right, just that it got done.
Yes.
No explanation. Yeah, we created land.
Yes. And so I just wanted to, I brought these in. I bought myself a weaving loom and I needed a hobby. So I learned how to weave. And this is my first weaving project. And it actually is tapered because I noticed that I kept getting tighter and tighter on my loom. And so I turned it into a woven hat. And then I followed really detailed instructions to make this from a looming kit so I could learn new
It looks
stitches.
much nicer.
Yeah, I mean, my hat's kind of cool. But
it's not. It's not even a hat. It's just a flat. Colors are good though. Look, I tried to wear it.
I love it. It's amazing. You need to keep that on the whole time.
Okay.
But then I tried this, and this is, I just made it, it's the sand, the water, and the mountains and the sunrise. So this is my first one that I tried to do with a pattern. But each one of these, I mean, you look at the hat and you think, really? That must have taken you about 45 seconds. It took a long time to get that. And honestly, to get it tapered exactly the same on both sides once I realized that's what I was doing.
A lot of people, when they're first learning to crochet, they'll drop stitches and then they'll make blankets that are sort of triangle shaped.
Yes.
Like beginners do that.
Yeah. And so yes, I did. And each time I'm getting a little bit better. And, so we'll see what I make in 10 years. But, if you just look at this, it's just, hey, Rachel made a tapestry, yay! And go on. But there's more to the story than that phrase, I made a tapestry. There's picking out the thread. There's watching videos on how to make a tapestry. Mm-hmm. There was so much undoing of threads or thinking, ooh, this would have a better texture, so undoing one to put in a different, and just experiment. But what you see is, I made a tapestry, and that would be the verse in the book of Rachel. And so I always wonder how much we're missing.
How much is left out, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when the restored scriptures tell us that it was a council of gods and a group of all working together to create something. I mean, I think all of this suggests that as we look at the creation story, we should remember that it's not a step-by-step or a play-by-play. It's just, there's a tapestry, right? It doesn't mean there wasn't anything else going on, just because it doesn't tell us that. And we're grateful for restored scriptures that give us a lot more detail. And even if we're just reading there was a tapestry, we know there's a lot more going on in terms of how the creation was actually made. And clearly, these accounts of the creation we have are not a step-by-step. Like, you could never create an earth based on the instructions they put there. Like, make land. That doesn't make any sense. We can't do that. But reading the creation stories tells us a couple of things really clearly, and that are stated clearly in a way that we can follow and apply in our lives. And that is why. Why did God create the earth? And it is because his work and his glory is to bring to pass the immortality and eternal life of men and women, his children. Yeah. And that's where the creation story is valuable. It's not a science book. Mm-hmm. It's a record of God's why.
Which I think is so nice. And one thing I always think about is that, yes, God had to create a world that could sustain life, that we could breathe on, that we could have our needs met, we could eat, we could sleep, all the things. He didn't have to make it beautiful. He didn't have to. He didn't have to make the mountains. He didn't have to make the lakes. He didn't have to make them pretty.
That he did.
And I think that was just a tender
mercy. Like your tapestries. They're getting nicer and nicer. They're really cool.
You want that hat.
I do not want that hat.
I'm gonna crochet the other side just for you.
That'd be funny. That would look pretty cool. All right. Enjoy studying the Old Testament this week, everyone. We will see you back here again next time.